Hello everyone, it's Artem here. This is part 5 of our series where we're building Next.js application from scratch. In this video I want to try something new. In my previous videos I was doing a lot of preparation before the recording. In this one I want to go and show you how I do this without almost any preparation. So we have this state of the app. The goal for this video is connect the database, initialize the database, create all the necessary fields and tables, create an actions to, instead of like saving all the generation into cookies, we will save it into the database and then display it on the generation page. Also, we'll heavily use the AI because in my day-to-day work I use a lot of like cursor AI capabilities to just scaffold like initial design, help me with like creative ideas for the design and just like go faster. So yeah, we will try to do this. I will show you how I'm working with this and everything. So I will remind you what is the state of the app. So we have the tools page where we can select the tool. We can click on this. We can have the generate button. We can like say like the title, say the grade, subject. Click generate. We show the loading state via use action state and the form action. And now we are, instead of saving to the database, we just save into cookies. So yeah, it will take some time. Yeah, we see this here, and we can edit something. We can delete and everything. So the goal is, instead of saving the cookies and make it all in a local storage, basically, we will save it in the proper way to the database. So here I already created a project on the Supabase. I use Supabase because it's like authentication plus the database. It's convenient, easy to use, and quite nice. So yeah, we will need some connection right now. We'll connect the database to Next.js. Also, we'll create some simple authentication system because we need this to do some proper data fetching. So we identify the generation and link to the user. So yeah, let's start from my thinking. I will start with Supabase Next.js 15. So yeah, I have also a video on my channel where we go deep into connecting everything. Now I will go much faster, but you can watch the video. I will leave a link in the description. So I like this web app demos, this one, the Next.js one. This is a really good example in terms of what you need to do, step by step. So we need to first make sure we have installed this Supabase.js. Let's just click, go open the terminal, create a new terminal here, and just do quick installation here. So yeah, we are good here. While it's installing, we will go to the next step. We have some local variables that we need. So yeah, let's create a new file, call it .nv.local. I already have the NV file, but in NV I store OpenAI variables, so I don't want to expose them. So I will just copy paste here. And now let's quickly go to our project here. We'll go to the home and look for the connection. So we have the project URL, we'll copy it. And also the API key. Okay, we're good here. Let's see what we need to do as well. SSR package. This is for just a helper for the frameworks that support server-side rendering. So in the Next.js case, this is exactly what we need. So we'll just install this as well. Now they recommend this practice, and I find it nice. Just 2 files, one for the client interactivity. So where if we're going to call Supabase client on the client, and one more on the server. So for the server actions, for the different server functionality and logic, to keep it all secure, we will use the server. So let's just go here and do something similar. So we will have let's keep it in the lib folder. I will create Supabase. And here we will have the client, TypeScript file, and then server. Go here, copy it here, paste it. It's just simple as it is. Add exclamation marks to avoid TypeScript errors. Go server, copy paste again. Yeah, we're good here. So this is basically what we need to initialize the client. So now from this file we can call create client to get our Supabase client instance, to then call it inside the server actions. They also recommend this middleware approach. So what they're showing here, why we need the middleware, basically the simplest ways to explain it, just to keep the session updated for the user. So if the user is logged in, the middleware will constantly updating the user session. So this way you can keep track of the user authentication state and everything. So it's quite useful. So what they recommend is, again, in the Supabase folder, add like a separate middleware for the Next.js for the Supabase. We'll have this middleware file. We will just copy paste it here and then fix these TypeScript errors and everything. So what's doing is just refreshing the token, as I said, just refreshing the user authentication state. And what we need to link it all properly, we have the middleware TS file. If we don't have it, we will create it. So we have one for the Supabase and then one for the actual like Next.js, like a main middleware file. So we will call like middleware.ts. We will copy the thing here. As you see, we imported the created function that we created, but instead of utils, it's inside the lib in our case. And here we will just try fixing all this TypeScript stuff, just the minor errors. Yeah, we're good. Now what we'll do, we will have a login page, like a simple login page, but instead of like spending time on building this, let's just build it with AI quickly. So we'll go, let's think about our routine. So we have this dashboard. Yeah, let's just create a new folder, call it login. We will keep it for the sign up and sign in. Now we go to open the composer inside our cursor AI. And we will do like this. We will like just throw a file inside, create a simple login page, keep my styling. We are globals, just in case like I want to use some variables and stuff, like a Shadcn CSS variable. So it's like keep consistent across like all our pages, and add a Google Auth link. Okay. In the meantime, what we can do is, or let's just wait. We see it's suggested the step that we already done. So it also, as we see, we have this suggested auth helpers from Next.js. So as I checked, as we see that auth helpers is deprecated. So you see some minor mistake from the Supabase, but it's not a problem at all. We can just delete this. And instead, let's see what is suggested. We have continue with Google. We have some simple page cards, handle login. Okay, yeah, here instead of create client component, we're going to call create client from the function that we created in the server. So just simple as it is. And then while we're getting there, okay, because we need to await it, yes. So we will await it and turn this one to the async function as well, and also remove this thing. And probably this should work fine. However, we need to disable the on-click handler here. Let's see how it goes. Because I remember last time I tried to do this Google sign-in via form action, I was getting some weird problems for some reason. It wasn't redirecting properly to the authentication. Let's see. Action Google wait. Good. We don't need this. And we also don't need the router here. Okay, perfect. Let's just start the server now. It's already running. Good. Yep. Let's go to our login page and check it out. Oh, because we need to. Let's create a separate action folder inside. Because you see, we are exposing the function that we use in the form action, but it's not working like this. We need to turn this one into server component. However, we can try this way. We are using the server component here, and if we'll mark with use server, it should work fine. Let's see. Yeah, it's working. Because we can, like, if it's a server component, you can add like the use server mark here, or like create a separate actions folder where we just add basically the same stuff. But instead you will kind of add this use server on the top of the file. So yeah, for now, let's delete this. Okay, very good. We have some nice Google login. And now what we need to do, we need to basically enable the Google. I think this is the fastest way. We can later add like a password and other. For now, let's go here. Let's go to the authentication. Let's go check our providers and enable the Google. Go to the Google Cloud console. We will go like a fast way of like creating all the stuff. So we'll see. We will create some new project, call it Next.jS YouTube. Just a couple of seconds while it's creation. Let's select the project. Let's go to the API and services. We will click on OAuth consent screen. Some new experience. I don't know what is this. Let's just check external, create. App name, we will call it Quill Minds. Let's check the scopes. We basically need the first three here. Save and continue. Test users, let's add like a one email that I will use for testing. This is basically which users want to allow to use the email. If it's not pre-registered here, you will see the error on the outstep. So yeah, it's good. We added domain here. Let me see. I need to also check the redirect URLs. Okay, I think we're good here. For now, what we need to do, let's go on the API and services, credentials, and create a credential and create a new client ID. We will authorize our JavaScript origin. This is basically for local development. Redirect URLs. Okay, finally I found it here. Okay, we added everything we need. We have this client ID, we have this client secret, and what we will do is we will go back to the Supabase and put this client ID here, and also put this client secret here. So we have all the necessary variables added here, and now what we need to do is set up a proper callback URL, so where the user will be redirected with the code in the URL that we can then exchange for the session. So to do this, we need to set up a simple API route. But before, let's make sure on the step where we authenticating the users, we will add this -API. And now here, we'll go inside the app, we'll add a new API folder. We'll create a new folder inside, then one more folder with the callback. And then inside, we'll have the root.js file. And here we'll go export async function get, next request, create a client, exchange code for session. It will just auto-complete it fast. We see here we need to await it, fix this, and then we'll redirect. If error, go back. If no error, let's go to the tools page for now. So we should be authenticated here and everything should be fine. So okay, let's start a server. Let's go back. Let's go to our login page. So we see something wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure what is this, but I previously remember I have the same issues with this, and let me see how I fix this. So let's go back to our login page, and instead of keeping this server, let's do this via use client, because last time I used the use client directive and basically authenticating on the client, initializing the authentication request. It was working perfectly fine. So we'll remove the async here. We will then remove the await here, and what we'll do, we will go like this, expose this to the client, and let's try one more time. It should be working fine. Yeah, it's working. So you see it's something wrong with it. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but when you added the use client directive, it's working absolutely fine. So let's choose our test user that we added. By the way, you can change all the properties like the name of the app later in the Google settings. But yeah, it's working, it's good. So now we can go to the console and let's try to log something. So we will go to tools page. Let's try like a helper function. We can do something like let's get user, but here we will await it. Yep. We remove it here, and let's just console log the user to see that it should be shown over here. Let's see. We get a null for some reason. Okay, I see. I need to add it from the server. Yeah, it's logged in. Fine. So yeah, it's working now, which is really good. So we have set up the authentication correctly. Now let's work. So we have the user ready. So the user can now create something, and we can create something and link it to the existing user. So now let's do this way. New chat. Give simple SQL to create tables for AI generation app where users can generate pieces and other stuff. So yeah, I just added some simple prompt here, just asking, basically keep it simple, just brainstorm and add me a SQL query. I find it the fastest way to create a kind of like table structure in the Supabase. Let's just see what this have here. Let's copy here. Let's go back to our Supabase, open the SQL editor, click here. So we are adding an extension. It should be enabled by default, but I'm not sure. But it's good that it's creating it. Okay, it's good. User ID, yes. I'm not sure that it's just a little bit outdated. I think the text is the way to go right now here with the Supabase set of these varchars. Content, yes. Created, updated, perfect. Index, okay, makes sense. Let's just run it. We should have the table here. Right now, what I want to do is generate the types, a simple like type for the generation. So we can like then later update our database types and have like a type script, understand what we have in our database. So I find this quite useful to do. So I probably just let's create a new folder, call it types. Then we'll do like database types. I will show you my way of doing this. Here I will have the auto generation of the types, and here we'll have a separate file to call, like to use this type from database that will be auto generated, and here I will be able to modify them or kind of make sure it's not going to be overwritten each time I run the auto generation of the types. So now we need to run this command. So we generate types TypeScript project ID that we will change it right now, and then where we should generate it. We have its types, database types, TS, schema public. Let's just change the project ID here, where you can find this easy. You go to your environments and let's just copy this kind of like string. Let's go here and paste it. Just make sure all the thing it's good. It's probably going to fail right now. Let's choose Waste login, because I have like other projects logged in right now. Okay, let's copy this code. Let's paste it here. Let's now go link. Yeah, link this thing. Okay, we should write Waste init first. I don't need the deno for now, I think. So we have some Supabase stuff here. And let's now link it. Let's choose it here. Database password, paste it, connecting to the Supabase. Now let's try generating types. Okay, for some reason it's stuck on this step. Okay, now I see. It's also asking us to install the Supabase. Let's try one more time. Trying again. Okay, now it's working good. Perfect. So now we have the file generated here with all our types. And how I use this, yeah, here I will be basically running this command to generate when I have some changes in the database. And here I will, let's say, export type user. However, for the user, it's not the best example because the user is the database have the user export by default, and we are already also using the user from the auth schema. Here we'll do the generation, but before we will import database right here. So now we can easily export it here. It's always going to be here. While here, if you're going to run the generate types, it will constantly got overwritten. So it's just a nice way. If your table will stay the same, you will always have a nice and correct types here, and you can extend and add like more stuff here. But for now, it's all good. This is like how I work with this. So we have the generation ready. We have everything we need. Let's just go now to basically to the generation ID page, and inside you see we have we saved content. We have some auto completion. We will create client. We will create a new generation. We will insert it. However, what we need to do is I don't really like that what I want to change is go to the tools name, find our generation model. Let's hide it for now. Let's look for the form action right here. Okay, it's good. So let's check this file. We get in tool name, we're generating the response, and now instead of the working with cookies, we will await Supabase, insert ID. We are not going to generate because it will auto-generate by default. Content is on stringify. Let's just before initialize this way, so it's here. We can access it. Good. Insert tool name. Let's see what we got. I don't think we have the tool name here, though. So we might just quickly add this user.id. Let's also add application. Let's cap some like application check. If not user is defined, we will just return from here. We will just return yes. It's nice. We'll save. Let's just double check what we have in the database. User ID type. It's text. Content created. I think we name this type instead of might rename later, so it's good. Should we also add a title? Maybe later. For now, we are good. Okay, this is perfect. And here we'll do the const data error return, and here make sure insert. We will do additional thing, so it's returning just one single generation, and we will redirect to the ID. And on there, double check that no TypeScript errors. We don't need this. We don't need this. Okay, we are good. And on the generation, we don't need cookies anymore. It will load the page. We will call the generation, select the ID single, and put it inside the saved content. Perfect. It all looks really nice. However, the last thing I want. It's let's go to the composer and create a simple generations page. I'm adding like some words, like make it nice and premium. I find when you like add this kind of dump instructions, it's doing the work much better and giving the nicely designed, nicely like looking UI element. So it's, I don't know if it's the magic sauce that you can use. So yeah, it's just generating them a simple generation ID page. Let's just wait. See like some empty states also. So now what we should see, we'll go to the app is generations. Okay, we have some date PNS, which is a nice date library. Let's quickly install it. Let's also check that we have if we have the on-click events. No, I don't think it's on-click is here, so we are good. We don't need to turn it into client. Yeah, I see some gradient. I don't really like this. But for now, let's just keep it simple. Let's remove it later. It's good that we have the empty state, and let's just create one generation, test it, display it, and we'll go from here. Let me just clean this thing. Click lesson plan. Let's say math for the A's, grade, and subject math. Do I have the title here? We should, I think, save it to the database itself, but it's minor adjustments. Also maybe like this grade and subject as well. So let's see if it's going to work on the first try. Okay, let's see what we're getting here. Yeah, it's working good. Let's check our database. We have something saved. Perfect, perfect. It's all working nicely. And also, let's try to go to the generation page back. We have some nice untitled generation, some nice pleasant animations. So yeah, this is how we've done this. For sure, we need to change this design. But let's make it in a separate video. I think this video it's enough. So now maybe let's try one more thing. Let's try to add like a sign out action, because it's quite easy to do. Find where we're using the sign out fast. And here we'll do the Supabase, and let's just initialize. I don't think we need here the create client. Let's try it this way. Should be working, but here we need, I don't know, road push. Let's do like this. Okay, yeah. So we are just initializing client, adding sign out, and redirecting to login, because we don't have any middleware yet to check for the user status. So we are not, basically we are checking for the user status, but we don't have any logic to redirect if it's no session provided. We might improve it later as well. So let's try to sign in once again. We click sign in, we choose our test user, get redirected to specific generations, and we can click on this and go to the inside. We can edit and go back to generation page. Yeah, this is fine. Next video, we will be working on improvements and just make the project more final. Let's say we'll add more like delete, edit, like edit title, deletion, also work on settings and the upgrade and tokens reduction. So kind of the more organizational and like management side of things. Also we'll add like a proper settings page. Yeah, so this is it for the video. I hope you found this useful. We done a lot on this, like basically we set up the authentication system for the app and also connect the database and everything. I hope it's useful for you. Please subscribe if it is. I will try to make as much videos in this way as possible. Just share your ideas and thoughts if you have like anything to say to me, like how I can improve the quality, or maybe talk on other topics, try different tools and other. Thank you for watching, and see you next time, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.